What's up, guys? That is Gonna Won't Stop, epic song. That's been the song of the week for me. I was riding around on my scooter to the gym, to paddle lessons. It's important to have music that hypes you up. And I'm vibing out to some of his stuff. There's like 3 or 4 songs that get you hyped up. Guys, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Zuri Vankovic. We talk everything personal development, growth, spirituality, mindset, removing blocks in your life so that you can live more expansively and have a lot more fun. You know, yesterday I was just on a trip to, I'm in Bali right now for the last 6 weeks. Moved here in around Halloween time. And I just went on a 6-hour moto adventure with an epic group of guys across the island. Got to see some amazing temples, a lot of the stuff that you don't get to see in the touristy areas. And it was just so fun. So it's not just about the growth, it's about enjoying the journey. Because a lot of people associate growth with difficulty. You know, like personal development used to be like a chore for me. And where you want to get to is a place of consistent thriving and the enjoyment of the journey. Because if you're only happy at the destination, that's where I think people take wrong turns in life. You know, like if you're only focused on the money, you know, the marriage or whatever, it's like who you become in the process of what you want should be enjoyable. Not 100% of the time, but you shouldn't be enjoying the journey. And that's the belief that I'm cultivating and want to share with you today. So something that's been on my mind I really want to share with you guys is getting out of your own way and having a third party perspective on what it is that you want to create and how you're going to get there. A lot of the times in the past, I got stuck in the weeds, right? Like I didn't have a clear direction on where I wanted to go. And I was just trying stuff, right? I think you do just have to continuously try stuff. But then you also have to have this third party perspective as if you are watching a movie of your life and you're the spectator. And I really like this quote, Chris Willicks, I think that's his name. He has this podcast clip where he was saying like, if you were watching the movie of your life and you were in the audience, what would you be screaming at yourself telling you to do? Is it leaving that job? Is it leaving that relationship? Is it showing up more? Is it taking that leap of faith? Because deep down, you kind of know what you're not doing, but you're not doing it. And so when you start to adopt this kind of like third party, more conscious, higher perspective of your life, you can start making better decisions. So one of the things that I've been realizing is the energy from what you are creating from is much more important than like the actual things you're doing. Because you can be doing all the right things, but if the energy that you're doing it, I'm thinking about like myself, I'll give you an example. Like the energy behind creating content for me before was very timid, it was very shy, and it was unexpressive. Like I didn't feel like I could capture, or I was afraid to share my full personality because I was worried what happens if people like don't like it. And first off, they'd be ridiculous not to like it. No, but I'm not gonna be for everyone, and I'm not trying to be for everyone. And I had to remind myself that recently. And that has given me the freedom to start showing up in my most authentic, powerful, and expressive way. Because that's how I like try to live my life on a regular basis. And so if you guys are struggling with being more powerful, if you're struggling with being more expressive or your authentic version of yourself, that is a good indicator of where you need to start working. Because if you are not showing up in that way, then you're not really living. I say that because I've not really lived a lot of my years. And even though the last 5-6 years have been incredible, traveling the world with my brother, with my best friends, and getting to experience all these things, coaching really high level people and helping facilitate breakthroughs in people's lives, this is like a new energy that I'm coming from and I want to share this from. So it's not, I was doing all the right things. Maybe I wasn't doing them at the volume or frequency that I needed to get to where I wanted to be faster. But I was like doing all the right things, but the energy and the fuel behind those actions was not, I was putting in like, you know, diesel when I needed jet fuel, you know, or maybe like propane. I was just dabbling or some oil in there, here and there. So I hope this analogy is like sitting with you because it's very, very eye-opening for me where I haven't been showing up and bringing the right energy. to my ventures. And a lot of this comes down to like letting go of things that aren't for you. Another thing that I've struggled with in the past, like there's going to be certain things in your life that are going to be tough to let go of. But when you let go of them, think about this. I'm holding this nice little inhaler from Thailand. If I'm clinging on to this current opportunity, this current relationship, this current job, this current apartment, whatever is tying you to where you are, it's kind of preventing you from where you want to be. So what happens is when you let go, you have an open hand. And when you have an open hand, that allows God, the universe, whatever you believe in, to bring into your life another option or a better opportunity. But if you're clinging on to this, there's no room to give you what you actually need. So when you change the energy, when you change the state of being from whatever it is that you're trying to create, do, or experience in life, you're really changing the trajectory of that as well. And if you can cultivate this, man, it's just like such a more empowered way. It's such a more fun, expressive way to navigate life through. Because if you're not doing it, again, you're not fully living. I think it's tough, especially like on social media, to like portray like your full personality. Because sometimes I'm not always like this. Like I'm not always hyped up. I'm not always, hoorah, hoorah. Like sometimes I'm more chill, laid back. You might even say introverted. But it's about being able to navigate and be okay with both states. It's like, okay, this is R&R. This is like recovery. This is like, okay. And then when I need to turn it on and when I need, because it doesn't even feel like turning on. Like right now, I just feel like I'm completely expressive, stream of consciousness. But letting the juices flow and then also just not overextending your energy. Because that's a pattern that I've run into that I've been actually really intentional about not doing, is burning the wick at both ends and actually exhausting myself. And then I need like a week to repair or 2 weeks to repair. So by navigating a consistent state of flow, I feel like right now this is like unlimited energy, but that doesn't mean I'm going to give it freely to anyone and everyone. It doesn't mean I'm just going to release it willy-nilly, but I want to share that with the world. And I want to, I have certain goals and intentions with this channel that I want to release it, right? Because energy is infinite and it can't be killed. It can only be transmuted. So I want to put this out in the world so that energy comes back and it's constantly free flowing. And before, I think I had certain blocks, emotional blocks, still probably do in a lot of ways, but I've been doing a lot of work around like my nervous system and energy healing and just releasing like lower vibrational emotions. And it's opened up a newfound energy for my life. And so whatever it is that you're wanting to create, first off, you got to choose. You got to choose what you want to create consciously. Because if you don't choose your path, someone else is going to choose it for you based on their intentions and their will for your life. And unfortunately, a lot of people fall into that trap of living out someone else's intentions for them instead of consciously choosing their path. But once you choose your path, you got to make sure it's the right path. And the only way to figure that out is by making often wrong turns until you end up on the right path. Sometimes it can just be inner excavation of what you want to do and you're just scared to do it. I knew I wanted to create content on YouTube for years, too scared to do it. Oh, I'll make some money first. I'll start this business. Everything but the freaking thing to do. So whatever that looks like for you, I don't care if it's picking up the guitar, starting a band, playing the harmonica, creating YouTube videos, starting a business, starting a charity, like what you want to do. It's up to you to choose whether or not you want to do it. Not everybody is going to pick up their cross and walk. Not everybody is going to pick up the mission or start the quest. And I think that's okay, right? Like God gave us free will. We have conscious minds. We don't have to accept the hero's journey, and not everybody, I don't know where I believe on this, but I think everybody has unique gifts. Maybe everybody doesn't have like a higher purpose and they're literally just meant to go through life. Like I have a few ideas of some people that are just super content with the way things are. They don't feel like they need to strive for more. They don't feel like they need to embark on a bigger mission, and the life path that they're on, they've just completely accepted. And I think that's probably okay for a lot of people, but chances are if you're watching this kind of style of content, you want more, right? You want more expressiveness, you want more abundance, you want more peace, and you want more adventure in your life, right? These are all things that I have compounded over the last several years, and I want to start sharing them with you. So, question, are you really doing what it is you want to be doing? And if not, I think most people are not, what is it that you want to be doing? You got to get clear on that. And then a really powerful question to ask yourself would be, what energy do I want to create this from? I used to create from scarcity. I used to create from fear. Fear is one of the worst energies to create from because it's so timid. It's so lower vibrational. There's no power behind it. There's no intention. Intention is safety and security, which are human needs, but the problem is people get stuck there and they don't actually learn how to thrive or to let go of their fear and just realize that they're actually safe and okay as a base state. It took me a long time to learn that lesson and rewire my brain. But when you actually realize there's nothing to be afraid of but fear itself, that's where abundance, power, fun, curiosity, adventure, and all these things can come into your life. So guys, moral of the story, question the narrative, question the energy in which you're creating from. Question is, am I doing enough? Or am I doing the wrong things enough? Because oftentimes I was making a lot of wrong choices, and that was leading me to, obviously, wrong destinations. But the issue is I wasn't consciously choosing and actually choosing where it is I wanted to go. So it makes sense, how is God or anyone or the universe supposed to work with unclarity, right? If you have 4 different things you want, you're not clear about or committing to either of them, you're gonna get a bunch of vague things. But I noticed that once I got clear on what it is I wanted to do and I started taking action on that, life, the universe, God started presenting me with a lot of opportunities to walk through. A lot of doors started opening up. A lot of people started coming into my life. A lot of unique experiences that I could not have predicted or manipulated or tried to come to these experiences started falling into my lap. And I strongly believe that the path you want to embark on illuminates when you step into fear, when you start walking it without actually seeing or experiencing or feeling the destination. You have the intention, you have the idea, you start walking in the path, the next omen, if you watched The Alchemist or read The Alchemist, the next omen opens up and the opportunity finds you. And that's what I find really exciting about life is these little Easter eggs, these little hidden gems that our conscious minds can't think of, but there's a higher power or powers that be that will bring these opportunities into your life, but you have to come from the right energy behind your actions. Because I noticed I was half-assing or trying to do the right thing. It's not trying, it's just doing it. It's facing the fear, it's facing the adversity, it's facing rejection, whatever it is. You start making it known who it is you are, what it is you want, where you're gonna go, and then reality starts bending to that. It's really trippy. So start questioning the energy of which you're creating your life from. If you need help getting out of certain energetic blocks, if you want help shifting your identity, if you want help getting the confidence and the almost delusional self-belief that you have what it takes to, and you're worthy of getting what it is that you want, and you just need a little kick in the butt and some powerful reframes, feel free to reach out. You can schedule a free breakthrough call with me. We can start dissecting, any limiting beliefs, start dissecting negative thought patterns, things that are holding you back from the energy needed to get you to where you want to be. So I'll post a link in the description for my Calendly, and let's see what we can do. So hope you guys have an incredible day. See you in the next video. Adios.